We are in the last week of our 1-month European vacation, and in this video we take a plane from Split, Croatia to Milan, Italy, and then we take a train up and over to Lake Como, Italy, where we stay in the town of Bellagio. And then after a few days there, we're going to take a train to Tirano, Italy, and connect with the Bernina Express and take that over the Alps. I think it was about 35-40 minutes to the airport. We scheduled an Uber, which worked out really well. Got there. Split has a nice modern airport, and flight was on time, so everything good. EasyJet is a European discount carrier, and I think we got the direct flights for a little over $100 each. We flew into Malpensa Airport in Milan, and it's really convenient because this train station is right in the terminal. Milan is well known as the fashion capital of Italy. We needed to take the train from the airport to Milano Centrale, the central train station, and then take a connecting train up to Lake Como. We found the trains to be clean, modern, and the train system easy to navigate. The landscape on the way to central Milan was pretty flat, not much to see, but I guess that's what you could expect next to train tracks. I mean, not the best housing developments or anything like that. Unfortunately, our train got a little bit delayed due to some construction, so we missed our connecting train in central Milan. Not a biggie, because the trains for Lake Como pretty much leave every half hour, so we just grabbed another train. Milano Centrale was pretty much like an open-air Grand Central Station. Our particular train was taking us to the town of Varenna on Lake Como, and we could already see the landscape start to change and become more mountainous. Eventually, we were able to catch a few glimpses of Lake Como, which was pretty exciting, even though it was kind of a rotten day. Once we got to Varenna, we had a short, maybe 15-minute downhill walk to the ferry terminal, where we would catch the ferry to Bellagio. And essentially, we just followed the crowd. We had purchased ferry tickets online beforehand, so it's pretty much easy. You just get in line and they'll scan your ticket on your phone when you get there. We got our own little private room here on the ferry to Bellagio. We had a beautiful ferry ride as the sun started to peek out finally from the clouds. Ferries are actually a great way to tour Lake Como, as you can visit a number of picturesque towns. Not too many travelers were indoors on this crummy day because we were all pretty excited to get to Bellagio. There are plenty of choices of towns to stay on Lake Como, all served by car, train, or ferry. But we chose Bellagio because it's one of the most popular, has a number of great restaurants and great views. And if you like to do a little bit of shopping, there's that too. Here's our Airbnb in Bellagio on the 3rd floor. Little table, seating area, a little TV, kitchenette as usual. Looks like we have AC, which is a good thing. There's a bathroom down here.
Haven't seen it yet? No. Of a day. Everything you need here. Nice walk-in shower. Heated towel rack. And I guess, so if we see here, it's kind of a cool loft situation. And the bedroom's upstairs. I guess the worst thing is it's a bit of a walk to the bathroom, but I'll have Lori bring a chamber pot up. So cool, there's a closet up there. It's a king-size bed. There's like some kind of couch bed here. But everything you need. Some skylights. Nice little place here, and we are right in the center of town.
Bellagio is built on a hillside to take advantage of all the views of Lake Como, so you have to get used to all the stairs.
Popular with us is wine and snacks. Wine and snacks in Bellagio overlooking the lake, because that's what we do. We could tour a little bit. We could be doing a lot of things.
Well, that's for tomorrow.
But we're sitting overlooking the lake. Reminds me of the sound of music. Overlooking a beautiful lake with trees. The hills are right with the sound of music. La la.
Barry's sleeping. I gotta go.
Gotta go. We don't have to go because we're staying overnight.
But we gotta go.
We're people watching and we're drinking. A little bit of wine. Chardonnay. Touring motorcycle group. Very popular here. So round one, we got potato chips with the house wine. Fair. Round two, with the Chardonnay, we got nuts and more potato chips. Round three with the Negroni and Lori's whatever, Cabernet. We got mini hot dogs, some sort of fish bread bites that I don't recommend, and awesome olives. So we're being upgraded each time we spend more money at this place. And we have this gorgeous view, so why not?
Even though it's an overcast and somewhat dreary day, I have to say that Bellagio is one of the most romantic places that Lori and I have ever visited. Lori searched out this little hot spot for wine and charcuterie. Thankfully, the sun finally came out the next day. We were going to rent a boat and actually tour Lake Como, but it was pretty choppy out there, so we decided to do some walking around instead. A short walk from town was a historic Italian villa that you could tour, and we decided to walk through and check out the villa and the gardens. The gardens themselves were absolutely beautiful. They even had sequoias on the property. This villa estate was completed in 1810 for a former Duke, Francesco Melzi.
Island time coming to you from beautiful Lake Como, Italy. Amazing. Bellagio, the town of Bellagio. It has to be probably one of the most beautiful places that I've ever been. Lake Como, and probably one of the most romantica. What do you say, romantica? You gotta come here. You absolutely have to come here. It's well worth it.
In addition to the botanical gardens and villa, there's also a chapel on the property.
So these are the greenhouses of the villa. Facing south, of course. Nice view of the lake. Weary traveler here.
Back in Bellagio itself, we decided to explore some of the upper areas of town and take advantage of the expansive views. And like almost everywhere in Europe, you're going to happen upon a beautiful church. And have I mentioned yet how amazing the food is in Italy?
All right, Lulu, what are you eating?
Purple cabbage risotto with burrata cream.
Wow. How is it?
Delicious.
Really good?
Yeah.
In where?
Bellagio.
Bellagio, Italy, Lake Como. Chick's going for more. Can't keep her down. Hey, traveler. Where you headed?
Varenna.
Verona.
I didn't say Verona.
Hey,
I
Verona.
said Varenna.
Where are you going though?
We're going into Varenna.
Right, but what are you going to see?
I don't know.
I thought we were going to some villa.
We might.
Yeah. You look chilly.
It is cold.
On the next day, we decided to take a ferry back to Varenna, about a 15-minute ride, to check out the town and another villa. The walk from the ferry into the town of Varenna was beautiful. So the villa that we visited in Varenna was called Villa Monastero. Compared to the villa in Bellagio, it wasn't as well kept. The grounds weren't as nice, and honestly, I wouldn't recommend it. I would stick to the one in Bellagio.
It's a beautiful dining table. Gorgeous views of the lake. Lunchtime in Varenna, but they always in Italy, just like Greece, give you an assortment of snacks. What do you think?
Snacks are better in Italy.
Finally, we've been in Italy for a few days and haven't gotten a pastry yet. Now in Varenna was the time. We purchased some assorted small cannolis. They were delicious.
So it's 7 p.m. in Bellagio, Italy, and we're having a nice romantic dinner. We're actually the only ones here. The restaurant just opened. And what are they playing? Neil Young, Heart of Gold. That very Italian tune of Neil Young, Heart of Gold. But here we are, alone. But it's a little chilly, so we're not outside. It's a little chilly tonight. Right, Lulu?
You see, very chilly.
So, looking forward to the dinner. Some classic rock. So we are in Varenna, in Lake Como, but there is a train strike at the Italian trains today. So most all are canceled, so we had to let our Airbnb person know in Tirano where we're going to catch the Bernina Express train, and he's having a taxi driver come and pick us up. So
A little unexpected, but here it looks like there's a taxi here right now.
could be that.
Cheers.
Chill.
So yeah, due to the train strike, we had to get a taxi. Unfortunately, it was 300 euros, which is probably about $330 to take us an hour and a half, but is what it is. If we didn't take that taxi or get the taxi, we would not have made the train the next day on the Bernina Express that we had reservations for. So, had to do it. We had tried to get an Uber thinking it would be cheaper, but there were no Ubers at all in the area because everybody was trying to do the same thing, and there were almost no taxis available. So we were very lucky to be able to call our Airbnb host at the next destination, and he hooked us up. It was perfect. The taxi ride was actually really nice, and we saw a number of hillside towns and castles along the way. And most of the hillsides were covered with vineyards.
So our Airbnb in Tirano, we just got here. There's a nice living room apartment here, and good sized kitchen, probably some of the largest we have. Nice timber framing here. And we're on the 3rd floor, the walk up. Separate bedroom here. We're right next to a pizzeria. So wardrobe. My guess is this is the bathroom. Yeah, sure. Everything we need. Beautiful. I think this was only 100 euros a night, so pretty good. So it's nice here. We have all sort of teas and coffees and all sort of snacks here. Cookies. This place happens to be vegan. We're not vegans, but we selected it because the proximity to the Bernina Express and price. But Lori said there's also, yeah, all sort of vegan snacks in here. So pretty cool. So that building is where we're staying. And right over here, I'm pretty sure that these red trains are Bernina. Maybe not. Maybe.
They don't have open
So walking from our Airbnb towards the train station. Beautiful little center here, and we're looking for a baguette, some bread. Typical European area. People are hanging out, having lunches. Feel like we're getting more alpine. There's an amazing basilica here with wineries behind it, right at the foot of this very tall mountain. Pretty cool architecture, Lulu. So we sit in this beautiful piazza in Tirano, Italy, looking for a pretty girl. Oh, found one. Drinking her Aperol Spritz, because that's what we do at 2:30 in the afternoon. What else are you gonna do?
After we walked.
Cheers. So, we are headed out today on, is it October 1st?
October 1st.
October 1st on the Bernina Express. We're in Tirano, Italy, and it's going to take us a 4-hour trip over the Alps into Kur, I think, Switzerland. And looking forward to it. It's a UNESCO World Heritage route, I guess. It's going to be pretty amazing. Hopefully we'll get some nice video. I think it's going to be a cloudy day, but it still should be nice. Really
It's our
excited
last
for
day
it.
too.
Yeah, it's our
We
last
head
day
home
of
tomorrow.
our 4-week trip.
Yep.
So it's been a great trip.
It has.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bernina Express. 8:06. Yes, one of us is excited.
So it's about a 4-hour scenic train ride, and what's nice is they provide you with a Bluetooth kind of tour experience. So as long as you bring headsets, you're all set. The train slowly serpentines its way up into the Alps, and you could tell by the architecture of the buildings, it becomes more and more alpine. at the very top, the train stops for about a half hour where you can get out and take pictures of the nearby glacier. Once at the top, you're obviously above the tree line, but you're treated to some great views and some lakes that are filled by the melting of the glacier, especially the ones that are like an aqua blue color.
Headed to Zurich. Laura and I own this train. Beautiful. You look pretty comfortable.
I feel like I've been wearing the same outfit for the last 3 days.
In your Swiss countryside. Swiss Miss. Can you yodel for us?
Bernina Express stopped in Kur, and that's where we got off and took a train to Zurich. It was a little over an hour, but even though it was a kind of a rainy ride, it was beautiful alongside a lake for most of the way. Then we finished off with a flight from Zurich to London, and then London back to Tampa, Florida on Virgin. That pretty much concludes the trip. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe to our channel.